we're going to talk about regional MSOs. The kind that there might not be a perfect fit for a consolidator. They might have aspirations of selling soon. They might have aspirations of sticking it out and fighting the fight and going on for some time. But I want to talk about, you started a pilot program to identify and help these regional MSOs. Talk to me about that.
So over the last, 7, 8 years that we've been in business, we've had tons and tons of consultations with folks that are, thinking about selling from many phases, from ready to jump in the pool and sell tomorrow to, yeah, we're thinking about it. And just like, there's a range of sellers' mindsets, there's also a range of types of shops that have reached out to us. Many of those shops are not fit for a national consolidator. Either they're missing some attribute, maybe they don't have iCar Gold, maybe they don't have the sales, maybe they don't have enough employees, maybe their employees are all cash, they're not I-9 verifiable. There's a host of reasons why they're not a fit for a consolidator. But these are great little shops in great markets, doing high quality repair, having great Google reviews, so many good attributes about them, but they're just not a fit for one of these national consolidators. So we've been creating a database of these shops for, 7 years at least. And we have well over 1,000 of these shops in this database. And we've been trying to navigate and figure out what is the best way to help these shop owners. So we've developed this pilot program that ultimately we think is geared best for the regional consolidator that's wanting to grow. And what's unique about a regional consolidator versus a national consolidator is, they're a little more nimble, they're a little more outside the box, they like to buy the real estate, and the nationals do too. But in a lot of cases, these shops that are not a fit for the national consolidators, those sellers are willing to sell the real estate. They're also a lot more nimble. And also, these deals typically are very, we'll just say, competitively and reasonably priced, meaning that, they're a diamond in a rough. They need a whole lot of, hugging and kissing and, maybe some paint on the walls and an office remodel and iCar Gold. And they need some love. And independent shop owners, we are ass kickers at doing all of those things quickly and turning a shop around when we already have a great shop, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 20 that have great culture, and picking a few of our people out of those shops and then bringing them over and then turning that new shop into a rock star in no time. So our idea on this pilot program is, hey, we've got this great database. Let's get with all these regional consolidators that, are open to this type of mindset of growth and want to grow. Let's get with them. Let's map their existing footprint. And then let's look at our database and then map what we have around them. And then they can say, yeah, I like this one. I like this one. I don't like this one. And I don't like that one. And then we can reach out to those sellers and say, hey, we have a buyer. And ultimately, the buyer is going to pay us a very small referral fee, just for basically making the connection with the regional consolidator. And then from there, they'll take the ball together, as buyer and seller, and run with it, if that makes sense.